everyone, today I've come on to do some pockets and envelopes. Things like pockets, envelopes, tuck spots to go in my journals. One of the things I've recently discovered is die cuts. This is glazed, it says glazed paper pad die cuts. And I thought they were a nice size to use and they're pretty as well, and they were cheap on Vinted, which is why I bought them. So it is actually a little pad. You see what I mean? I thought some of them are just beautiful. If you glued that into your journal, like if you glued the sides, the bottom and that side, or even just glued that side and the bottom, it would be a tuck spot. Or if you glued this side as well, you could have it as like a little envelope, couldn't you? This the same. I'm thinking with this one you could use it like a belly band, but across the page rather than up and down. I think they're just lovely, and like I say, what I paid for them was really good, and I thought I'm going to get them and use some of them in my journals for, like I say, tuck spots and that. So I've got these two out, and then I've got a little baggie here with things in that I thought I could use for envelopes and tuck spots and things. I saved this was from, well, you can see it's from Lindt chocolate, and I was thinking how nice this shape is here and how I'd like to use it, like in a tuck spot or in an envelope, or you could cut it down, couldn't you, and use it to pop a tag inside, but I would need to cover it, and I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. I haven't worked out how to do that yet, but that's why I kept that. These I got from Shein and I love them. They're all different colours, all different patterns. I've got zigzag, I've got plain ones, I've got spotty ones, and I've got striped ones. So I thought, you know, you could use some of those I could use some of those in my journals as tuck spots, couldn't I, to pop things inside. I've even got a little fold over bit at the top if you so desire. So yeah, I'm going to use some of those, not all of those ones obviously, but, and then I got these little money envelopes. I think they're called coin envelopes. I know they're tiny, but sometimes you've got little tiny bits of ephemera, and they'd be nice to pop inside there, wouldn't they? Once that's decorated, you could pop something inside it. I've been saving my saving my junk mail because of these envelopes here to use. This is one I got from someone. It's like a double one. It's got a double tuck on it, and then you can open it out. Yeah, I think you could pop that into your journal with the paper clip. I think it's made out of a magazine. This is, look, a big thanks from your NHS, it says inside there. Yeah, you could somehow use it so you could use the middle as well, couldn't you? So yeah, more of these envelopes. I get a lot of junk mail, as you can see. But I saved them because they had the envelope, not the envelopes, the windows in them. Is that all I've got there? I mean, this one is like double the size, look, it's folded in half, that one is. And then I've got this envelope that I got, I can't remember where I got that from, but I just thought it was, what a nice envelope, that it's been marbled, look. And then I've got this little envelope that had some little nail things inside it. I like the size of that one, and it's very strong. Then this is one I bought from someone. It came in a pack the same as that one I just showed you. So yeah, that again is, it's like a double one, folded in half, and then yeah, I suppose you just hold it into your journal with a paper clip. And then here's one that I made, but I'm not 100% happy with it because I don't like this shape at the top here. Yeah, it's meant to fold down like that, but I'm thinking I could maybe cut it a patterned bit, just a patterned bit across there, or just use it to tuck things into. Yeah. Then I've got some old envelopes that I've saved from cards and things. This is, I think I folded that myself. I'm not sure where I got it from. But I was thinking you could tuck papers inside here and here, and then you could close it with a paper clip. You could decorate the outside of it. You could colour that bit a little bit. Then these I got with my wax sealing kit. It's a really nice thick envelope, like a card one, and it's shimmery. It's a self-closing one. You can just pop that little bit out and pop your flap behind there. Yeah, so I thought, I mean, for something maybe later on. I don't think it'll be any good for the mushroom journal. So which ones have we got that we think would be okay for the mushroom journal? Definitely some of these. So if I get one of each, that one, a plain one, and a spotty one. I don't have to use them all, but I can decorate them, can't I? That one I think would be okay in there. This one I can fancy up a bit. Definitely want a couple of those in there, so let's just have a couple of those. I think we'll decorate a couple of those as well. That one, I have got some things to do a sea, like an ocean themed journal, so I might save that for that. Okay, so I've got a piece of card and I'm going to make an envelope template so that next time I come to make an envelope, oh, I've got this as well, look, that I saved from a cookie packet. That'll be okay. Right, I'm going to cut it out. So this is an Amazon envelope, an Amazon card envelope, and I think I made this using about half of one. Yeah, I think I did. So we'll fold it in half. Just take this thick piece off the back. We'll fold it in half. Put it down there. And now, rather than fold the card in half, I'm going to get a bit of scrap paper. So I've got my Amazon envelope, I've cut out a piece of card, I've cut it in half. Now I've got some paper, and what I'm going to do is fold the paper in half so that the pattern for my top, you see, like the pattern for that, it's meant to be like a heart, the top of a heart, or it could be someone's bottom. I'm not keen on it. So I want because I want my pattern to be symmetrical, I'm going to cut it in half this way to start with so that I've got one for each envelope. Then I'm going to cut it in half this way. Fold it in half, not cut it in half. Oh. Then I'm going to decide what pattern I want along here, cut it out, and then I can open it out, draw it onto the card and cut it out again, can't I? So, what sort of pattern do we want? These die cuts have some really fancy edges on them, so let's see if we could perhaps use the edge of one of these as a pattern. Oh, that would be perfect, look. Yeah, I'm going to draw this onto my paper and cut it, because if I draw on that I'm going to ruin the thing, aren't I? So I'll draw it onto my paper, so I've got it lined up right, the points in the middle, and then I'm just going to draw I only need to draw around half of it because I'm going to fold it in half and cut out. There we are, and then I'll fold it in half like that, cut that out and then transfer it to the card. And then for the other one we'll have one that's not so pointy maybe. So we'll have this one. Let's fold it in half so we know we've got it lined up properly. There we go. Put the card bit on top of it. Again, we just need to go to the middle. Yep. And then I'll just transfer that onto there. This template as well. There we go. I'll just draw around that on to transfer that shape onto the cardboard. Those out as well. So this is how your template would work. You would, once you've cut out your piece of card or whatever you're going to use to actually make your envelope, you will turn your envelope over like this, and then you will turn the top down like that, and there you have your envelope. So the next thing we need is some card or paper to cut around, isn't it? So I've got out some papers and I'm going to use them to make two of each with. So we'll do one each on this papers and one each on those. Thinking. So that's going to work out pretty well, I think, isn't it? So let's just... This is not as thick as the card, but you don't always have to have it thick, do you? You can have a thinner one. And that's what I'm going for with this. It's nice thick paper, but it's not. So there's that one. Let's decide on here. You can always make them longer if you want to, longer than your template. So to do that I would just cut this all the way to the bottom. I think that might be too long, but... Or I'd cut it as, you know, as long as I wanted it. I'll go around the top. Down the side, and then let's have it just a little bit longer, so I'll arch that down a bit, line it up with that line there, and then I'll go down that little bit extra and then across the bottom. So we've just got a little bit of a longer envelope there. It'll be bigger when we fold it up and put things in it. And then we want this one as well done in the other one. Again, I think I'm going to do this one a bit longer as well. So because I've got it lined up with this edge, I don't actually need to cut that edge, I only need to cut this edge. So we'll go down to the bottom, then we'll have it a little bit longer than They don't have to be a specific size. Not, well, I don't think they do anyway. And then we can go down that far, across the bottom, put our templates aside for next time we need them, and cut out our two. So this bit here would be great for a, I'm thinking for a bookmark. I like my bookmarks to be long. Don't know whether it's just me or... Usually they're not long enough for my liking. I like them, you know, to stick out the top of my journal. But you do you. So I'm going to save that bit for my bookmark. It may be a bit too long, but you know, it won't take much to shorten it. And this side as well, I'm going to cut another bookmark out of. I ought to draw it, didn't I, instead of just guessing. Okay, so we've got our patterned pockets cut out. With these ones, you could either cut them in half. If you cut them in half, you'd have two pockets, wouldn't you? You'd have one pocket and one tuck spot. Or if you want to keep them as an envelope, you'd fold them like this. And then glue or double-sided tape down the sides, or you could staple them and then fold the top over. So that's one. I thought we'd leave the decorating of them until we decide which journal they're going to go in, so I'm not going to do a lot else to that one just now. This one though, I think you could have it just like that, couldn't you? Just as a tuck spot. If you cut it in half. Still, I suppose we've got enough tuck spots, haven't we? Let's make it into another envelope. We don't have to put them all in the same journal, do we? There we go. And then fold over the top. So that's those two. That one's quite pretty, isn't it, on its own? This one does need something else on it, doesn't it? Then do we want the tree side or the orange side? I think I'm going to go with the orange side because it matches my mushroom journal better. So it looks like I actually need to trim the sides of this one a bit. It looks a bit broader at the top than it is at the bottom. Let's see. It's no big thing, we can do that. There we are, and again with that one, either glue, tape or staple the sides down. Fold over the top. I mean, there's still nothing to stop you cutting that in half if you wanted to. If you cut that in half there, you could still just use that as a tuck spot like that, couldn't you? Yeah. And then this one, butterflies or little butterflies? I think we'll go with the pink ones because it would go well in my pink journal, wouldn't it? I've got all these ideas for journals, you know, and I haven't got anywhere near that yet, but I know my granddaughter would like pink, so she likes green. Green is her favourite colour, but she'll enjoy the pink as well. So that's another. We could just leave that one like that and not fold it over, couldn't we? We'll leave it like that for now. Then we've got this one, which I'm going to cut across. I just don't like, I don't know why I did it really. I thought it would be good and it wasn't. So let's cut it straight across. Like that. And then I've got some patterned scissors. I'm going to just cut across the top of that. With those. There we are. I think I actually did that along that edge by the look of it. So we can turn that over. That one has actually been made into an envelope already. It's been glued down the sides. Then I've got this, which I wanted to use as what I actually did was I took this cellophane. It had cellophane on the inside. I took that out and I used this cellophane from a bag that had some charms or something in it and glued that on the other side, because I wanted the outside, you know, the cellophane on the inside. And I'm thinking we could use one of these bags. And if we glue that onto there just at the sides, it'll make a tuck spot in the front there, won't it? And then we could decorate it, couldn't we? Or should we decorate it and then put it on there? Yeah, I think we'll do that. Here we are, so I've got this floral one. I've got this one with like swirly edges and it's like for corners. And then I've got that one which is like a doily but it's bigger. That one is straight. That one might be good, mightn't it? I've got that one which is a big flower with a butterfly. I like that one. I think we're going to go with this one here. So let's get it out of its packet. And from Shein I bought some of these. These are makeup brushes, face makeup brushes. I want a colour that's going to show up, so I've got Ground Espresso. I think that will show up, won't it? And if it's going in the mushroom journal, I want it to stay sort of neutral colours, really. So that's. I love these. In fact, I went back and ordered another set, so I've actually got 2 sets of them now. Oh yes, that's lovely. Let's do that down here as well then. Don't get hung up on it being perfect. Remember, it's for a junk journal. It doesn't have to be perfect. Look at that though, it's come out really well. Look how pretty that is. Wow, I love that. Now let me get a wet wipe rather than a dry one. Get this off before it stains. There we go, lid back on there. Now then, so here we are. I'm thinking if we glue it on like that, down the sides and across the bottom, and we'll be able to tuck something in the top there, won't we? Yeah, I'm pleased about that. Well, let's do that then. There we go, and then when we tuck something in there, it will show through the pocket, like that. I do think we need, I'm thinking we could fold that flap over a little bit more. It's a flap. It's only a small flap, isn't it? I want it to be a bigger flap, so I'm going to cut it a bit bigger. As I say, I got them from Shein, but I bet Temu, which we don't get here in the UK, has a lot of this sort of stuff as well. I imagine they've got loads of it. So I think we'll leave that like that for now until we decide what journal it's going in, and then we'll finish decorating it accordingly. If we finish decorating it at all, we might decide we want to leave it just like that. So we've done one of these. Let's do a plain one now. I'm thinking I'm going to maybe stamp onto it. I would stencil again because I love that stencil, but I think I'm going to use stamps this time. I've just got this new set. I actually bought it on Vinted. I buy everything on Vinted. It's called African Daisy Border, and you can see they've done it in purples and greens, and they're what they call the peg stamps. I've never used them before, but we're going to try them now. I'll get some, because it's plain, I'll get some colours out and we'll do it. I'm going to do it in green. Definitely want green on it, and then we'll decide what other colour. I want it on this side where it closes, because if I'm going to glue it in, I'll glue it in like that, and this will be the side that we see. Okay, I've got these, which honestly I'm not that keen on, but they've got different greens and different purples, so I'm going to try that. Yeah, I am going to do it on this side, and then we can put our things in like that, can't we? And then that, if we're going to glue it, we'll glue that side. If we decide not to glue it, I'll decorate that side as well. Yeah, so let's decorate this side. Let me find something to put underneath it. So I think we'll start with the leaves. Those two are leaves. That's a flower and that's a flower. So yeah, well, I don't know why I didn't look on that end, look. They're the leaves and they're the flowers. Yeah, so we'll do the leaves first in the green, and then I'll go over round the sides again with the purple. Yeah, I do like how it looked on the packet. Oh, look at that. That's come out really well, hasn't it? And I noticed that they didn't, that, you know, they use it a few times. They don't just use, let's put some on here as well. They're not just all dark prints, some of them are lighter as well. So let's do it all the way around the edge. Oh, I just love it so much. Let me find a big dragonfly. What have we got? I wish we had a purple one. We've got blue. Oh, that one's purplish, isn't it? Yes. Right, let's decide. So we've got that one. No, not that one. This one. Yeah, I think, or that one. It's going to have to be that one, I think. I love that one. We'll do it like that and then do a few more stamps around there, I think, yeah. Let's stick this on and then I can stamp around it. Let's see, maybe not. Maybe we'll stamp and then stick it on. Yeah. Right, so I want... Love it. Love it, love it. Oh, I really do love that. I feel like I ought to do the other side as well, but we'll decide on that when we put it in something. Right, so we've done 2 of those. What about doing something with one of these? If I cut that along there, yep, maybe that one. Yeah, I think we'll go with that one. We'll glue that inside the envelope so that you've got something to look at through the mirror and then through the window. So I'll just trim that down. Okay, so it was rather tricky to do that, so I've cut the other side open as well, just to get that stuck in there. There we are, so that's that done. Now we need to decorate the front. So how are we going to go about that? We've had a stencil. Somewhere I've got some stamps. Oh, they've got mushrooms on them. That would be good, wouldn't it? I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to tea dye this white here. That's better. Right, so there's a bit of plastic gone. Here it is. Stick it onto there and then there we go, and we'll have that one this side. Love it. Well, let's see what else came in this card thing. I'm sure there's some more bits in here we could use. Okay, I found us out a few possibilities. I've got some butterflies. Let's have a look what we've got in here. Then I've got some birds. I'm thinking a little brown bird in the middle of here. then glue this down.
At this point, I decided I'd made such a hash of gluing the flowers down with my glue gun that I was going to peel them off. It really was a mess. So yeah, here I am peeling off the flowers that are so uncarefully just glued on. Luckily, I still had these two left, and I'm going to use those two instead.
I have in here some insects. We might have an insect on it. Something just here, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking that one. And we will go over it with the... Oh yeah, that's much better. I don't like that blue, that's the trouble. Now I haven't got any blue, so that's going to be perfect. Let's just pop it on like that. Right, I think we're done with that one. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay, it's not my best work, but it'll do. I want to quickly just do two of these. One I'm going to stamp and one I'm going to stencil. So this is my favourite stencil, I love it. So let's, you can tell it's been well used. And I think I'm going to go, I'm going to do it with the coffee one again. No, this is vintage photo. Oh, I want the coffee one, don't I? Where's the coffee one? There we are. Oh, look at that. I just love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to do it on both sides because this is the side I'm probably more likely to see. Yes. Perfect. I love that. And then I think for the other one, we're going to do the peg stamps again because I absolutely loved how that came out. Right, so we'll do these in the darker ones. And then we'll do this in the lighter ones. So pretty this is, I just love it. And then the purples, so we'll do this, that one I want in the really dark purple, so this one I'll do in the medium purples. final one in the really dark purple is the little tiny squiggly leafy thing. And do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's have a look what we've done. We've got these two little tiny ones, money envelopes or library pockets. We've got this one with a window in it. We've got the ones we made ourselves. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We've got that one as well, which is one that I made. That's 5. We've got this. I wonder if we can get away with... I'm just going to do the tea dye on it. The light one. And I'm wondering if we just, because it's embossed, I'm thinking the embossing will show up more if we just do a light rubbing of this on it. Oh yeah, I love that. I love how that's come out. Can you see? Beauty. And then we've got our little one and the biscuit packet. We've got the butterfly one. And we've got this one. I think out of all of them, this one's my favourite. But I do think I need to do the other side as well. I'll do that another day, but yeah. So we've done pretty well with our pockets. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.